Welcome to the BumbleKast. I'm your host, Ian Flynn, the Bumble King, and joining me as always is my Bumble co-host, Kyle, JCRB Krause.
It's Wednesday, my dudes, and we are ready to rock. We have many questions, so I suppose we should probably just get to answering them, eh?
Start us off.
Well, I mean, these all come from our patrons over at patreon.com/BumbleKast, along with our YouTube channel members and our YouTube super chats from the live stream. So let's go ahead and get into it. This one is from Levi C. Starline as a symbiote attempt to join the Sinister Six. The problem being no one wants it to become the Sinister Seven. So how does this turn out?
Well, they just eat Craven and nobody cares.
Delicious. Craven sucks.
Yeah. Yep.
Why are they making a movie about him?
Desperation.
Well. Major Bunny has a question. Question I'd like both your opinions for. Surge and Kit has somehow make their way onto the roster for the next Sonic car racing game. What kind of cool car do you think Surge would steal for both of them to race with? Or what kind of car would suit each of them the best? We've done this before, but it's been a while.
Yeah. My immediate reaction is to pair them up into one vehicle, which is a little disappointing because they don't get each one. I understand that, but have something that is just a crazy muscle car that is being overpowered by Surge, and Kit is fueling the water coolant system himself. Like, the only reason this car is not exploding on the finish line is Kit.
Kit is part of the car.
Yeah.
She shoved him into the... Kit is the... Oh, no. That's terrible.
Every time you hit a booster, she yells back at him, "Pedal faster!"
Faster, Drippy! Oh, no. It's terrible. It's awful. I love it. All right, here's a question from Miles Per Hour Davis. Recently, I lost a close family member. What fatherly advice or motherly advice would the main cast give? Team Dark and Light can add more to the characters. You can be funny with it. Interested what Dr. Eggman would say.
Well, first of all, deepest condolences.
Yes.
I would normally not want to answer in the way of a character, but this is your personal request, so I guess that takes the taboo off it. Sonic, I don't think, would give any kind of fatherly advice. He would let you figure out your own answer and be there for you as you figure it out on your own. He's going to let you take that journey, but he's going to be there as you do it. Amy would likewise, I don't know if she would give advice, but she would be there to console, to offer words of support, to be someone to listen, or to just talk so you don't have to think for a bit. She would do whatever you needed her to do at the time. Eggman, we're gonna go the wholesome route this time, even if it is slightly out of character. Would go on some long spiel about the entropy of the universe and how everything is finite and dust to dust and yada yada. But you are still here, and that's what's important. You continue on the chain reactions that are life. So while that experiment is ended, you are the results that are continuing to create results. So keep at it. And then kind of an awkward shoulder pat and wanders off.
And soon you will be part of the Eggman Empire anyway, so it does not matter.
Knuckles would kind of nod solemnly and say, "That's rough, buddy."
Yeah. That is rough, buddy. It is very rough, buddy.
But he means it, so it means something.
Yeah. And Tails?
I don't know if Tails would know what to say.
I think Tails would be kind of lost. But he would try.
He'd want to be encouraging. Yeah, he'd want to be encouraging and supportive, but I think he'd feel a little overwhelmed with the responsibility.
Yeah.
Vector would start to mumble something that might sound interesting. Maybe he kind of starts and stops his sentences every few seconds and then says, SBO, tag in. And then SBO starts getting kind of philosophical and he kind of loses his own train of thought and goes quiet for a second. They go, Charmy, tag in. And then Charmy offers you ice cream.
I mean, I would appreciate all three of them. So, yeah, that's wholesome. Would Silver be like...
I think Silver would be devastated. I think he values life on a personal level even more so than anyone else.
Okay.
Because I think he has a better understanding of loss than any of the cast, to be perfectly honest. Sure, Knuckles is on his own, but he doesn't have any memory of what came before. It's kind of just his status quo. It's more of an existential thing. Silver has seen devastation. He has seen tragic loss and, impossible odds. So I think he would hold every life a little more sacred. So I don't know if he would be able to impart any words of wisdom, but he would definitely be the most openly and earnestly sympathetic.
Mm-hmm. Mm. All right. Well, I think that's enough. Though there's definitely many other characters we could ask, but that's enough for now. Here's one from Moreless. I know when it comes to bringing characters from Sonic X to the main canon, and most people think of Cosmo first, but for this question, I'd like to know how, if you were asked to, you would bring Agent Topaz into the main series. In particular, how would you handle her interactions with Team Dark? Do it, Ian. Make it happen.
Make her Team Dark's handlers.
Yeah, which is kind of what she was.
She is the primary go-between. Yeah, she's the one who initially contacts them or tries to get them to cooperate. Here's the dossier. I don't work for gun. Yeah, I know. Would you just please look at it?
Mm-hmm.
Thank you for filing this report on time, Rouge. You're very welcome. Also, give me back my watch.
Boy, it could lead even harder into the tension between Rouge and Topaz.
Excuse me, Omega? Does it involve destroying robots? Not this time, but I am not interested. Come on, Omega.
Work with me, man.
My work review is in a week. Just work with me here. No.
Poor Topaz. She can't catch a break. Never catch a break.
The commander gives her a lot of slack because she's basically doing it so he doesn't have to. So as long as she's, keeping them somewhat in line, let her stick around.
All right. Well,
sir, why are you giving me this Medal of Valor? Because you put up with them for a whole month straight.
Sir, why are you giving me this Purple Heart? Because of the emotional damage I've inflicted on you.
Also, here's the spare one for when Rouge steals the first one.
Yeah. Oh, well. Mixiger17 has a question. Do you think that Mobians physically mature in terms of walking and crawling faster than humans, or are they about the same? The only examples I can think of are Sonic running as a baby in Sonic Underground, which is cheating because he's automatically got super speed, and the baby in that one Boom episode, which was meant more for comedy.
I'd imagine it's comparable.
Yeah, I guess that would make sense. All right, here's one from Noni. There's a pizza party, but only the antagonists from the Sonic series have been invited. Also, someone's replaced all the mushrooms on said pizza with a bunch of magic ones. Seeing how psilocybin can enhance creative thinking and empathy for others, what effects would this have on said characters? Antagonist and Shadow for funsies. No idea who invited him, but he's there too. He's kind of an antagonist sometimes.
He'd be antagonistic. Here's the thing. I think Shadow understands empathy and emotion and all that. It's just he doesn't show it. He's not going to open up about it. So sure, maybe a couple slices in, he's a little more aware of other people's emotions, but he's still going to be hanging back at the far side of the room, not engaging in any conversation. And everyone else can empathize with the fact that he's a bit of a loner, so they don't try to engage. I mean, I guess you have Rough and Tumble just kind of slouching on the couch, figuring out quantum mechanics for the first time.
Mm-hmm. Whoa, I can taste colors. Sonic colors.
Eggman's brooding off to the side. So that's what everyone feels like when I do this. I can weaponize that.
Yes.
Is this supposed to make you more empathetic? Oh, yes. Now I have a new tactic.
Oh, boy.
Starline's over there licking the wall. Don't ask. Just leave him be.
This wall tastes like dirt.
I can taste the schnozberries. Oh, all right. No more pizza for you, buddy. Clutch is fine. These edibles ain't shit.
He's used to it. Ian said a swear.
Sometimes you just gotta go for it.
Sometimes, yeah. Sometimes you just gotta do it. Was there anybody else?
I think it's the highlights.
Mimic, I guess. Did you say Mimic? I don't think so.
Mimic wouldn't fall for it. He'd see what they are from the beginning.
Yeah. And Zavok?
Mimic's not gonna get drugged. Zavok finally understands empathy for others, and it's the funniest thing in the world to him. He's not laughing because he's high. He's laughing because he better understands the misery he's inflicted on others.
Just like Eggman. It's very similar.
Well, Eggman's figured out a way to, yeah.
Eggman's working on how to weaponize it, but, you know, at least Zavok is understanding it. Maybe he actually does miss the Deadly Six. Slightly. All right, here's a question from Ninimiune. Does Shadow see Sonic as his equal or inferior to him? I ask because I think Sonic's proven himself multiple times and gained Shadow's respect. There have been several moments in the games where he's willing to trust Sonic to defeat whatever big monster of the week they're fighting, but sometimes he acts like Sonic can't be trusted. As an example, in the IDW Sonic's 900th adventure, where he told Sonic to hand over the Warp Topaz because his fans are superior. Is there any canon answer for this, or if not, just curious to know your personal opinion?
I think it's nuanced. Emphasis on I think.
It's nuanced, which is surprising considering this is Shadow we're talking about.
Like, I think he acknowledges Sonic's potential and ability and tenacity, but he doesn't fully trust Sonic's decision making. I think he finds him kind of flippant. And regardless of that, Shadow is the ultimate life form. He knows this. He lives this. He is this. And that's going to bias his opinion on anyone and everything. So even if he does hold Sonic in a higher regard than most anyone else, he still sees himself as the ultimate superior being.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm. He's still the best. Sonic is just second best.
It's not so much Sonic is inferior as Shadow is just better.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm. I'm being reminded. I'm being reminded that he once called Sonic the ultimate life form.
Yeah, and he laughed.
It was a joke. Yes. Anyway, I talked over you. What were you saying?
Nothing of importance.
That's a lie. Everything you say is of the utmost importance on this show, Ian. All right, here's one from Professor Scruffymet. If the Archie Sonic series hadn't been canceled, would Cream and Big have continued to travel with the Freedom Fighters following the Shattered World crisis, or would they have gone back to their homes?
Trying to remember what we had planned, because this was post-reboot, so we didn't really have Team Freedom and Team Fighters anymore. Everybody was up on Sky Patrol, so yeah, I think they probably would have stuck around.
Sure, why not? I mean, what's Big gonna do? Fish?
Whatever he wants.
Fish?
Yeah.
Yeah, but it's more fun. The Freedom Fighters are more fun than fishing. Well, maybe not.
Ooh,
but
bold claim, sir.
Maybe not. Maybe not. I mean, there's no reason why he can't do both. Sometimes you got to take a break from fishing, you know. Here's one from Quazzle J. Quickman and Bass reaction to Mega Man's speed gear.
Quickman's like, cute. You're almost fast now.
You think you can keep up with me?
And Bass is like, gimme, mine, want it.
Why don't I have that power, Dad? Here's a question from Rabbit Haver. So in the past, you've talked about who would hit below the belt in a fight, and that got me thinking. If it really came down to it in close quarters combat, who would be the most likely to just start biting? I think we can put Styx and Mangy down as would bite before trying anything else, and with Surge, it's not a question of would she bite, but rather, how many fingers would you lose? But what about the rest of the cast? Would Silver's post-apocalyptic survival instincts kick in? Would Sonic sink that low? Would Shadow?
No to the hedgehogs, but Knuckles would. He absolutely would.
Knuckles would? Knuckles chews on everything. He'd eat the whole arm.
And shoot, it's actually a move in Vector's kit out of Hero, so we know Vector bites.
How dare you? Vector does not bite. Vector is a good person. Vector is a good character. He doesn't bite.
With a crushing bite force.
Oh, okay. You mean physically actually bites. Got it.
Nobody escapes the long jaws of the law.
Delicious.
I don't know if Zamam counts because I think he's just trying to consume everything. It's not really a bite so much as eat.
Consume. Let's see. I think that might be about it. What about Silver? Would Silver do it?
Nah.
Like eventually? Like if he got desperate enough?
I don't think so. I think because he is a telekinetic, I think he thinks fully cerebral in terms of fighting. It's always an outside object. I don't think it would clue into him that he could do something. I don't think he'd even throw a punch.
What about Blaze?
Now,
go ahead. Sorry.
Just imagine, Knuckles is losing his patience trying to teach him. Okay, in a fight, first you make a fist. Make a fist, Silver. Close your hand. There you go. Now, move your fist forward. Don't throw the rock. Just move your hand. I have no patience with you, kid.
Silver has no fighting skills. None whatsoever. He has no hands. Silver has no hands.
They find a compromise where Silver uses his TK to make his fist fly through the air.
Mm-hmm.
Look, I threw a punch. It'll do. And no, Blaze is who we're fine. She would not debase herself as such.
Oh.
If you get her that angry, that desperate, you're just flambéed. That's all there is to it.
Marine might do it, though.
Yeah, maybe.
Good. Here's a question from Rockamillion. I feel like the Sonic franchise is constantly being held back, particularly when it comes to the stories it's allowed to tell. One example is a story of how Sonic and Tails first met. Sega has watered it down and made it so that Sonic only helped Tails gain confidence and a better social status. That's nice and all, but the story used to be allowed to be more emotional. For example, in Adventures of Sonic the Hedgehog, Tails was an orphan who lost his parents and Sonic adopted him as a little brother. I know that was a goofy cartoon, but it still proves my point. I've also seen many fanfics that do this backstory better by having Tails be an orphan in need of a home rather than just him needing a friend to boost his self-esteem. I think it not only makes the story more compelling, but also makes the bond between Sonic and Tails much stronger by having Sonic save Tails' life by adopting him. What do you guys think?
Everyone's entitled to their opinion, and I'm just going to back away slowly from that one.
I agree to a degree, but I don't know if we still need it. It's just a different sort of thing.
Let me backtrack just to make clear. I'm more trying to take a stance where I don't want this show to be where I sit here and validate everyone's headcanon,
Right.
The series is what it is, and I'm not really in a position where I can make public critical calls on how the entire company has operated, is operating, and will operate in the future. So, some folks are satisfied with the story as it is. Some are not. Both are valid in their viewpoint, and that's all I can really say on it.
Yeah. I will say that if you are looking for more emotional depth from characters in something, you probably should look more toward fan fiction than what's actually in the games, because there's room in a fanfic to actually have more character interaction stuff going on. So, yeah. All right, here's one from Samuth Star. What is E123 Omega's maintenance routine, and does he manage it himself, or is someone else keeping him beautiful and functional? He's just so beautiful, I'd like to know what I need to do to be just like him.
Well, for one thing, you have to be a robot.
You need more guns mounted on your person at all times.
I honestly don't know. This almost kind of falls into the category of who fills the tires of the Batmobile. Who cares? It's a fantasy thing. But, I would be lying if this question hasn't occurred to me. Who maintains Omega? Because Omega doesn't get support from the Eggman Empire, clearly. And he's not really the one to seek out help from Gunn or anybody else. So, the most maintenance we've ever seen done to him is because he's been outright incapacitated, and Tails takes pity on him. Geez, how many times has this happened? It happened in Metal Fires, happened in Forces. Chronicles isn't canon, but there's a whole subquest of picking up his pieces to rebuild the guy. goodness. So maybe he doesn't really have a maintenance routine. Maybe it's he just works himself to literal death, and then he gets rebuilt because somebody finds him.
Why does everyone rebuild him when they find him?
He has one objective, and that's stop the bad guy. So,
well, I guess that makes sense. And we got a question from Sammy. Haltman's story in Kirby Planet Robobot is probably even more tragic than Sectonia's story. After losing Susie in another dimension, he dedicates his life to complete his Stardream to grant his wish of saving his daughter, only for Stardream to erase his memories and compassion, turning him into the villain seen in the game. Before the fight, his Stardream fuses with Haltman to become sentient and deletes his soul. Stardream's Soul OS's description states, all of Haltman's memories have been deleted from the OS. Even his soul, the last trace of Haltman, has vanished. Stardream has gone from a near-perfect being to a cold, mindless machine. Despite this, when fighting the Heart of Nova in the True Arena, every time you hit it, you can hear Haltman screaming in pain, meaning he's still in there somewhere. If we swap the hero with Tails, do you think he could reverse the effect and save Haltman? Or is it truly too late and he has to put the grieving father's soul to rest? How about Sage?
Yeah, I didn't catch any of that when I played Planet Roboboto.
Domo arigato, Mr. Planet Robobato. Kirby lore time.
So, yeah, Kirby lore. Ooh.
Planet
Deep dive on that. Make sure to pack your bags because you're going on a trip. I would imagine that my interpretation of all that is that what you hear of Haltman is, I'm going by this summation. I'm assuming that Haltman is gone, and whatever you're hearing is like the very last vestiges of his essence infused into Stardream. He is not there anymore. He is gone. What's left is just a pale shadow of what once was there. So in that regard, with that assumption, no, Tails, Sage, there's nothing to retrieve. You're not trying to bring back a soul. You're chasing an echo on the wind.
That's dark. Then again, this is Kirby lore.
Mm-hmm.
Kirby, surprisingly dark for a cute little puffball character. Terrifying. Kind of like Sonic, actually, now that I think about it.
Yeah.
Kirby is shaped like a friend, but nothing else in that universe is your friend. All right. Well, we're going to take a break and look for the director who got lost for 20 years on Kirby. But when we find him, we'll come back with more BumbleKast.
We have an ad sponsored by patron Dominic the Raccoon. Hello, listeners. Are you interested in platformer characters experimenting with narratives? How about varied combat systems? Or perhaps want to see more of the red guy that Sonic goes to the Olympics with? Then let me introduce you to Mario RPG Central, a fan-made Discord server. Dedicated to the surprising amount of Mario-themed RPGs released over the years, this community bolsters discussion channels, has custom emotes, and enjoys occasional events. With a moderation team that seeks to maintain a pleasant atmosphere, it's a chance to make new friends as well. So please consider joining the server or follow them at Mario RPG Central on Twitter with the links in the episode description below.
We're back and we have a question from Scurvy Pirate Dog. What would you say is Eggman's I've got your limit right here moment?
Closest thing that immediately comes to mind is the finale to the Egg Viper fight. But I don't think he's really had a, distinctly, I'm against the wall and now I'm going to turn it around in my favor and you're cheering for him. Because like 99% of the time he is, the antagonist. You want him to lose. You don't want him to have that rallying moment. So I don't know if he's really had his limit breaker.
You should give it to him. Let him have one. Let him have it, Ian. He deserves it. He's been at this for like 30 years. Give him a break. A limit break. So I mean the fight with Starline was pretty good. I don't know if that was at his limit though, but
he never was really put on his back foot. He was never like fully defeated.
Yeah.
Like Sonic's break is he is on the very edge of actually flat out losing. Eggman was already working on his contingency plan. It's like Starlight made his big move, and Eggman's like, "Oh, dadgummit, here I go. I have to fix this."
Yeah.
He didn't feel like he was losing. So
It's just kind of rare for Eggman to actually get physical himself, you know? He's always in he's always like in a robot or has some kind of something else doing it for him. So, you know, to kind of see him like throw hands, literally, it's pretty cool.
now, if like Lost World had played out differently, like if Zavok had gone full Godzilla mode, and instead of that obnoxious boss fight, Eggman came out of nowhere in the giant egg robo and just punked him after you think he's fallen to his death, that might have been more it, but I don't know. I don't know if anything really quite fits.
Here comes Eggman with the steel chair. RKO out of nowhere. By God. Here's one from Smash Zapper 85. Who would be the fave Street Fighter characters of the Chaotix, the Freedom Fighters, Rouge Cream, Vanilla Kid, Marine, and the Mini Robot character? Well, okay, this is too much. Sorry, we can't.
Yeah, we're not doing 20-something characters.
I think that's more than 20-something. That's like, wow.
No. That's not happening.
Sorry.
And I'm not super well-versed in the entire Street Fighter roster. Like, I'm familiar enough with the series, but it's not something I can pull up from memory like some other stuff.
You got you got like only 16 characters on the roster. Well, okay. If you want to go with the original roster, it's only like 8. And then you had the 4 bosses. And then you had the new challengers, and that's another 4, so.
Like, what's that robot-looking guy in the trench coat?
I don't remember.
Isn't he like a private investigator of some kind?
Q, apparently. And I don't know. To me, Q is Star Trek, or James Bond, but apparently that's Q.
Okay, and is he like a private eye robot guy?
I don't know. Q is a mystery.
I'm desperately...
Nobody knows.
See, I was trying to draw the parallel to Vector.
Yeah.
But if we don't know what Q is, then that doesn't really work, does it?
Mm-hmm.
We had that little starry-eyed moment for Sally when she sees Chun-Li in the crossover.
I mean,
that was intentional.
Chun-Li's cool, though. I mean, everyone would be starry-eyed seeing Chun-Li kick butt. Q is based on a detective tokusatsu hero, so he might have a Q. Might have a detective thing going on there, but...
I don't know. Maybe Rouge and Cammy. Lots of kicks. Government agent.
Maybe. Knuckles' favorite is Zangief.
Nah, Knuckles is more of a Ryu guy.
Really?
Someone who's disciplined disciplined martial artist, focused on his cause, all serious business.
Oh, I don't know. That doesn't feel right. Who's Zangief then? Who's in the Zangief?
Dangle. Absolutely.
Oh, okay.
Dangle, give Zangief a top rope. You got it, boss. Retorneno.
God, I love Zangief so
you
much.
Tiny squirrel creature. Lemur creature. Your body is scrawny, but you're really strong as iron, like Zangief body. Come, have tag team match with me. Horror show.
I love Zangief. He does not really have an accent like that though, but it's funnier.
Yeah. What do you want? A good accent from me?
Well, he has an accent, but he doesn't like have the broken English sort of thing. That's okay.
I feel like it might vary by title, but this is again.
Yeah, I mean, it's not very consistent. This Street Fighter lore is probably even more insane than Kirby lore.
Not listed in the characters in particular, but Jury and Surge, like right there, man.
I mean, they're pretty much the same character.
Basically the character, yeah.
Yeah, they are pretty much the same character. Is Guile too much of a good guy for Sonic? Like, I know Sonic is like a hero and a good guy, but like...
Yeah, no, I see Sonic as more of a Kin Masters type of guy.
Yeah.
Someone who's got the skill and he's got the swagger.
Yeah, Guile's a bit too much of a family man.
Guile's too serious.
He's got to go home and be a family man.
Can see Akuma in Shadow.
Same character again.
More or less.
Yeah. Trying to think who Vanilla's favorite Street Fighter character would be. Might also be Zangief, actually. He is such a nice boy. He's a nice man.
Very well mannered.
Yes.
Was a great partner in the wrestling circuit back in the day before she hung up her mask.
Yes.
I mean, really, can you say you've seen Vanilla and Armika in the same place at the same time?
No.
I don't think so.
Is Amy more into Rose or Rainbow Mika?
Say again?
Is Amy more into Rose or Rainbow Mika? Armika?
Maybe Armika. Just for the self-confidence and the aspiration to continue to get stronger and do their best.
Yeah.
Maybe Cream and Alana for, just going out there and making new friends and meeting new people and making friends out of those new people that you meet.
Eggman.
M. Bison.
I kind of figured, yeah. The obvious one, but still.
I mean, maybe Bison isn't quite as theatrical, but, I mean, you got the Four Kings statues in the frickin' base, and he's going to show up and make sure that cape is fluttering for dramatic effect. Bison knows how to make an entrance.
Maybe it's Bison, but it's specifically Raul Julia Bison.
Of course!
For him, it was Tuesday! God, if it had made a Sonic movie like 20 years ago, 25 years ago, Raul Julia would have been a great Eggman.
Oh my God. Fantastic.
Oh, man. We missed out. All right, I think that's enough for now. Oh, Dan and Rough and Tumble. There we go. All right, here's one from Solaris Stain. Shadow becomes a real vampire for a day. Do you romanticize him for the fangirls or go full horror with the blood?
From my understanding of the horror franchise and fandom, I don't see those as mutually exclusive.
No, they do not seem to be, no.
I mean, maybe there's a little bit of a Venn diagram, but I think there's a lot of overlap.
Yeah. There's a reason. There's a reason why it happened to begin with. Oh, well. And I mean, it's Shadow. Of course, he's going to be romanticized by the fangirls anyway. Doesn't matter.
And he's been a vampire in the mobile game, so there you go.
Yeah, sure. Here's one from Spooky All Peachy. Hey fellas, I'm inviting you to my spooky Halloween party. Only thing is, you have to dress up as a Sonic character. Which character would you pick as your costume? You can't pick Big, though. I already called him, and I'm not leaving the safety of my Big costume.
I'm Eggman. I already got the body type. All I need is like a jacket and some waiter pants.
I mean, same. I don't know. Maybe I'm your Orbot.
We can't both be Eggman. Go with Sad AM Robotnik or Classic Eggman.
I guess. We can't both be Eggman though. No. I will be the burger statue guy from SA1.
There we go. Classic choice. Excellent. Top marks.
Yeah. Here's one from Stephen A. What's your favorite Powerpuff Girls episodes? Is Kyle a fan of the one where the girls are turned into dogs? Does Ian love when Mojo becomes the girl's babysitter and gets beaten senselessly? I gotta be honest, I'm having a hard time remembering specific episodes of Powerpuff Girls.
There are two that immediately come to mind for me. The first one was titled Los Dos Mojos, where Bubbles gets banged upside the head and wakes up thinking she's Mojo Jojo.
Okay, I remember this one. Yeah, that's a good one.
And takes over the base, and it's just her emulation of the Mojo Jojo speech pattern. And pretty much anything with Mojo Jojo is going to be phenomenal anyway, but that one I remember cracking me up real bad. And I don't remember the title of the other one, but it was basically a day in the life of Mojo Jojo as he's just trying to, go through his morning routine and every little thing goes wrong. There's just a bit where he's standing on the corner of the sidewalk waiting for the light to change, and everyone around him is like on their phone or playing music too loud or cracking their gum, and they're really obnoxious, and he has no personal space, and he's looking at the sign going, change, and the noise is getting more and more oppressive, change, and you are just about ready to join him in punching the TV, change, and then the walk sign turns on and he just pitter patters across. Comedic timing at its finest.
Truly, yes. God, I should watch it again because my memory is shot. I can't remember things, but just a good excuse to watch it again and laugh all over again.
Like he's in the grocery store. Excuse me, kind sir, grocery clerk. Can you please point me in the proper direction so that I may procure a carton of eggs so that I may begin my day with a proper breakfast?
Yes.
Et cetera, et cetera. And then the clerk just points immediately behind him, and there's this giant display of eggs on special. And it cuts back to the clerk who just rolls his eyes. And Jojo just mutter. Hysterical. Absolutely hysterical.
I'm remembering this stuff as you are saying it. Oh, man. Good stuff. Powerpuff Girls. That's the good stuff right there. Glad they didn't do that live action one. Dodged a bullet on that one, I tell you what. Here's one from Supersonic Fan. What if Antoine met Boom Knuckles? Would they be friends or find each other annoying? Would they bond over their jealousy of their Sonics?
Antoine would find his first and only fanboy. Because he would be telling the Knuckles about all of his incredible triumphs in his own dimension. Thank you very much.
Yes.
Why, yes, he defeated his own Robotnik, your Eggy Man, as you call him over here. And Boom Knuckles is eating it all up. Hook, line, and sinker.
Just absolutely enthralled.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
I mean, Boom Sonic sees right through it, of course. He's like, yeah, no.
Yeah. And Boom Sonic's like, it's probably not even a real French accent.
How dare you, sir? How dare you? Here's one from Superior Pizza. The Olympics have updated their rules, and the characters are allowed to go all out during the events. How would Sonic and the game react to Mario and company treating the Olympics like they do their regular Mario sports titles? I mean, like the whole shebang. Hitting objects so hard they ignite the air, summoning weaponry out of nowhere, lighting each other on fire, summoning the wrath of God to electrocute each other, or trapping them in photos. And they're most definitely bringing the Mario Strikers charged energy. This just sounds like that's like a normal day in Sonic's world.
Yeah, like we're talking the dream events almost. Sonic and Kuro are like, finally, we can stop holding back.
Yeah. This is Olympic Strikers, yeah. I'm down.
Sonic battle, they're having a friendly sparring match, and Tails pulls out a full ion cannon and shoots you in the face. You okay, Sonic? Yeah, buddy, that was fun. They'd be just fine. They'd be happy that they get to let loose a little.
Yeah. Chaos doesn't have to sit in the stands anymore. Chaos can actually be involved. Yes, I'm ready. Here's a question from Tempo. But did they consider?
They never do.
Who considered what? Consider anything.
Them.
Oh.
And of course, they didn't consider anything because you never do.
No. Doesn't matter. They never consider.
Rarely.
Yeah, it's fine. It's a great use of our time. This is what you paid for, isn't it? Here's a question from the Might of Gabura. In what way is Solaris a transcendent life form? As a lore manager, is it in a Kantian sense, like beyond experiences plus knowledge as a god and such?
I don't know.
That's maybe a little bit beyond our pay grade. I'm not sure what Kantian is, but...
And it's a moot point because Solaris doesn't exist anymore, so...
Solaris was a god, Sonic defeated the god, and we're good. So, is Sonic more powerful than Solaris? Maybe.
Which one is still standing?
They're transcendent. Is Solaris a transcendent life form? Have they transcended everything? Have they transcended the existence of life? Well, no, because they're a life form. I don't know, man.
All right, whatever.
I don't know, man. Sorry, we're not going to help you with your power scaling arguments. Here's one from the Phantomist. How would Clutch react to Scrapnik Island? I'm sure he'd get quite the reaction from all that old egg tech. Yeah, none of it is in super good condition, but you can't argue against an authentic E100 model or one-of-a-kind Mecha Sonic Mark II.
Oh, I think you see it as a rich environment for plundering. Even if the models themselves are a little hodgepodge, that's lots of spare parts to be had.
Spare parts. Could build some real monsters with that one, with that stuff. And here's an interesting question from Tick. Recent Twitter discourse has happened on the nature of outfits.
I'm going to stop you right there. That's already a bad sign.
Recent Twitter discourse? No, Twitter discourse, not bad at all.
Oh, well, they paid their fee, so I guess we got to go through with it. Continue.
Recent Twitter discourse has happened on the nature of outfits and lack thereof with Sonic characters. This has led to people discussing Rouge and a particular quirk of her anatomy. So my question is Rouge naturally bald over her body, or does her beauty routine include hours of shaving or other hair removal treatments? If so, why does she shave herself, and does it have anything to do with the fact that Knuckles finds Rouge sexy and smooth, according to the lyrics of Wild Canyon? Alternatively, is what looks to be bare skin on Rouge actually skin-colored fur?
The evidence as it is presented, as far as I can tell,
thanks Twitter discourse,
is that it seems that she only has white fur on her head, and it does not seem to be anywhere else. It's hard to say for sure due to the very tall boots and long gloves, but one is led to believe. Beyond that, I don't know, nor do I care to speculate.
Please, get off Twitter. There's one from DDR Master M to close us out. Could you sing the Kirby Right Back At You theme song? This is one way to do. This is Whiplash.
Kirby, that's the name you should know. Kirby, he's the star of the show. He's more than you think, he's got maximum pink. Kirby's the one. He comes right back at you. He comes right back at you. Give it all that you got, take your very best shot, and send it right back at you for sure. How can I help you, King DDD? I need a monster to clobber that there Kirby. That's what we do best at NME. You better get it with the money back guarantee. Kirby is saving the day. Kirby, he's here to stay. Don't be fooled by his size, you won't believe your eyes. Kirby's the one. Right back at you. Now we need to actually end the show.
Yes, thank you, DDR Master M, for that. Right back at you.
That's going to wrap us up for this edition of the BumbleKast. Thank you to all our patrons over at patreon.com/BumbleKast and all the folks on YouTube who helped support the show and contributed their questions as well. Be good to yourselves, be good to each other, and we will see you next time on the BumbleKast.
Maximum pink, huh?
That's the line.
Well, at least it's not maximum pink and maximum stink. Well, I was told that Kirby is not your friend and he will eat you, but I don't know about that.
No, Kirby's your friend. You just don't mess with him.
Yeah, don't
his cake. You're asking for trouble.
Yeah, don't take his food. He will eat you if you take his food, and that is not a joke. That is 100% true.
And then he'll be friendly afterwards. It doesn't hold grudges.
Yeah. I know practically nothing about Mewtwo.
Mewtwo is a deeply tragic, involved character. You should know all about him. Let me give you a 2-hour lecture on why Mewtwo is the best.
Is he like Shadow at all?
Yes.
In what way?
Genetically modified creature with a tragic backstory and is sad that the blonde little girl died.
Oh. I'm being asked if I'm more of a Shadow or a Mewtwo, and I'm like, I have no idea. I know Mewtwo has Mewtwo's powers are more like Silver than Shadow, but
Yeah.
that's about all I know about him.
It also kind of depends on which Mewtwo.
Yeah.
Like, the anime has a lot more character to it. The game, it's just a tortured creature made from science that just lashes out blindly to destroy anything. That, frankly, is a lot cooler.
Yeah. I mean, I'm like... I'm like in the dark when it comes to Pokemon for the most part, so I'm like, I don't know.
All right, this goes really fast. I'm going to do a practice run first, and then I don't know if you can find a karaoke version to patch behind, but...
Oh, well, it's fine.
So, here we go. All right. Practice round. Be Kirby. He's, Be Kirby. He's the star of the show. He's the one. Right back at you. He comes right back at you. You know, yeah, he's your best shot. And I get you for sure. I help you, King DDD. I need a monster to help that Kirby. Help me be best in your back guarantee. Kirby, the day, Kirby, continue to stay. Leave your eyes, Kirby's the one.
I think that's a perfect rendition right there. You've been listening to the BumbleKast, a co-production of Bumble King Comics and the KNGI Network. Original theme music composed by Ken Coda Snyder. Remixed intro by T-Lopes. Find out more information, along with podcast feeder links, MP3 downloads, and more at bumbleking.com and kngi.org.
All right, here we go.
Go for it.
Nope, missed the cue. Kirby, that's the name you should know. Kirby, he's the star of the show. He's more than you think, he's got maximum pink. Kirby's the one. He comes right back at you. He comes right back at you. Give it all that you got, take your very best shot. He'll right back at you for sure. Nope. Flubbed it. Goes so fast. Okay. Kirby, that's the name you should know. Kirby, he's the star of the show. He's more than you think, he's got maximum pink. Kirby's the one. He comes right back at you. He comes right back at you. Give it all that you got, take your very best shot. I'll send it right back at you for sure. How can I help you, King DDD? I need a monster to climb by that. Yeah, faggot. Nope, doing this right. I will switch 3 voices on the fly and keep meter. I will do this.
Come on, Ian. I can cut him up. You don't have to do this.
Kirby, that's the name you should know. Kirby, he's the star of the show. He's more than you think, he's got maximum pink. Kirby's the one. He comes right back at you. He comes right back at you. Give it all that you got and take your very best shot. No, we're doing this. You guys are going to sit here and listen until I get this right. Kirby, he's the one you... No, frack it. Okay, you know what? Open this up in a new window so I'm not moving the stupid mouse.
It's maybe getting worse.
Is the mic screwing up?
No. The mic's fine.
It's the delivery.
It's yes. Like as in you just keep... You're trying too hard.
I want to do this right.
Okay.
Kirby, that's the name you should know. Kirby, he's the star of the show. He's more than you think, he's got maximum pink. Kirby's the one. He comes right back at you. He comes right back at you. Give it all that you got, take your very best shot. He'll send it right back at you for sure. How can I help you, King DDD? I need a monster climb by that kid there, Kirby. That's what we do best at NME. You better be... Hell.
Poor guy. Come on, man. You can do it.
We're going to splice this together.
How long is this song?
Not nearly as long as it's taking to record it.
I was wondering, like, if it's the intro for a cartoon, it must be only, like, maybe a minute at most. Wow. Okay.
Splice pickup in 3, 2, 1. How can I help you, King DDD? I need a monster to clobber that there could be. That's what we do best at NME. You better get the money back. Hell.
NME, huh?
Yep. Almost had it. Splice pickup in 3. It's a fast, bloody song. Splice pickup in 3, 2, 1. Can I help you, King DDD? I need a monster clobber that there could be. That's what we do best at NME. You better get it. You better get it with a money back guarantee. You better get it with a money back guarantee. That's already kind of awkward.
Why?
Because you got to hit it with a meter.
I know. I'm asking why they wrote it this way. We're gonna
get it with the money back guarantee. He's missing the meter somewhere in there.
We're gonna put the hell on the server soundboard, by the way.
Oh, please do. See, I'm doing this too hard anyway because I'm trying to lapse in between 3 character voices on the fly, and I can't do that, but I'm trying anyway. So we're gonna just splice in the escargoon voice right here. And then we'll go back to the regular musical number.
Sounds like a plan to me.
Splice in 3, 2, 1. You better get it with the money back guarantee.
There we go.
Okay. And then final splice, hopefully. 3, 2, 1. Musical interlude. Kirby, Kirby, Kirby is saving the day. Kirby, 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 he's here to stay. Don't be fooled. Don't be fooled by his size. You won't believe your eyes. That's
Lee in the background having a meltdown. Laughing.
She deserves a good laugh.
Yes. Maybe not the pain from said laugh, but still.
Don't be fooled by his size. You won't believe your eyes. That's. Don't be fooled by his. Don't be fooled by his size. You won't believe your eyes. All right. Splice in 3, 2, 1. Save the day. Easy. Don't be fooled by his size. You won't believe your eyes. Kirby. Nope, missed it. It's just a call and response. How do you fuck that up?
By being the one to do the call and the response.
Yeah, I guess.
To each other.
Kirby, he's here to stay. Kirby, he don't want to stay. Before by the size, you won't believe your eyes. Kirby! Messed that up.
What was that?
Kirby! This song brought to you by Fozzie Bear. Kirby! Microphone's only going to take so much abuse.
I mean, he sounds pretty good.
Here to stay. Don't be fooled by his size. You won't believe his eyes. Kirby!
This is all going in.
I mean, have fun cutting it together, but...
Oh, I will.
Stop! I'm laughing because you're laughing. And see, she doesn't hear any of the backing music, so she just hears me from the other room going, Kirby! Kirby!
I think everybody is crying. The chat's melting down.
After all this, it better sound at least passable when it's done. Christ.
I make no guarantees.
I know. I'm asking you to spin straw out of gold, but gold out of straw.
This is pure gold, Ian. It's true. It's going to be straw by the time I edit it. Yes.
All right.
This is what you get for
okay over there.
This is what you get for sitting on Waddle Dee, Bandana D.
Waddle Dees are a great cannon fodder enemy. Maybe they'll make a distinct character out of it one day. Meanwhile, I got the video paused and Kirby's just smiling at me. You can do it. Shut up.
Go to hell.
All right. Roll it back.
Okay.
One more time.
All right.
Kirby, he's here to stay. Boom by his size, you won't believe his eyes. Kirby's the one. And we're just going to call it done.
Was that it? Okay. That was all you needed?
Clearly, it was a lot more than we thought it would be.
Apparently, Aaliyah can't see. Oh, God. It's amazing. Thank you, Ian.
And see, the whole point of buying this freaking setup is so I didn't peek out. If this thing continues to, like, squark to the Kirby's, then I'm going to be upset.
I mean, honestly, it sounded pretty good. So I think it's doing its job.
Okay. Oh, good.
I mean, it sounded...
I was also waiting for you to say, you need to reconnect your mic and do it from scratch.
Yeah, I know. It sounded good in the sense of it wasn't, like, clipping and staticking all, like, stupid.
Okay.
So I could work with it. These are very dry vocals. Just like...
All right. So now we need to actually end the show.
Yes. Thank you, DDR Master M, for that. Right back at you. So many
Oh, you're right. I missed that last little bit. All right. So there's a little stinger right after with all the Kirby back and forth.
Okay.
And there's like a little drum, and and then the singer goes right back at you.
Okay.
No origin. The thing is, I am a bit of a perfectionist, even though this is super silly, and I'm trying to do too much on the fly without any actual proper training or even the best real setup. I'm not standing as I should be. So I have everything working against me, and I'm still trying my best and holding myself accountable.
And little preparation.
The result is anger. Hilarious anger.
Well, as long as that anger doesn't linger forever, I think it'll be okay.
Given how this week has been, it was rather cathartic, so.
Good.
You're welcome, Rabbit Haver.
All right. Well, that's two.
Maybe make like the super clip. Maybe make the super clip version of the fumbles like a patron exclusive. Drive people to it.
We'll see.
Did you think the actual song was bad? Listen to Ian really fail over on the Patreon.
Oh, well. Make the bleeps Waddle Dee noises.
With the little Kirby highs.
Mm-hmm. It's a little long.
That's not how it goes. Hi.
Or Poyos.
God, hi. No, we're doing this. Hi. Right.
All right.